I have a fantastic video for you today. I'm helping you create the best to-do list to keep you organized, productive, and efficient. So stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. Today we are talking about to-do lists. I am a list addict. I love lists. I've done everything I can to make my lists work the best for me. So today I'm taking everything that I've learned through the years, putting it into a formula for you so that you can have a to-do list every day that works for you. Okay, is this you? You have your to-do list, you cross off things through the day, you get to the end and there's still stuff left over. So what do? You copy it over to tomorrow. Tomorrow, you cross off as many things as you can, you get to the end, there's still lots of things left, so you copy it over to the next day. That is a recipe for disaster. You're going to feel crappy about yourself because you haven't finished your to-do list, because it's impossible to finish the to-do list. So I have a way that you can actually write a to-do list for today, get most of it, if not all of it, done. Okay, you ready? Let's go. So I mentioned having a master to-do list in my How to Be Organized video. If you do just that, if you just have a master to-do list and nothing else that I say in this video, you'll already make a huge difference in your to-do list. But I've got lots of things, so let's get to it. I want you to keep a master to-do list. This could be in the back of your planner, this could be in another notebook. I just recently started this little notebook and I like it. It's small, it doesn't take up a lot of room on my desk, and it's easy to grab. The first thing you need to do is to do a brain dump. Get everything that's up here stressing you out. You need to do this, you need to do that, blah, blah, blah. Put that down in your master to-do list, not in today's to-do list. We're gonna get to today's to-do list in a second, but first it needs to be in your master to-do list. You are not going to reference your master to-do list all day long. That is for your daily to-do list, which we will get to in a second, but having that master to-do list will keep you from having a huge to-do list every day that you're just gonna copy over to the next day. A good idea is to have this brain dump on a piece of paper somewhere else, because we're going to sort that in a minute and put it into a notebook. But you can do this in a notebook and recopy it over. It doesn't matter as long as you get it all out of your head where it's not stressing you out, and getting it on paper. But don't lose that paper, because if you're like me, once it's out of your head, it's gone. So don't lose that paper. When you're brainstorming, I want you to consider not only all those adulting tasks, the annoying things that are driving you crazy, but I also want you to prioritize your dreams and your goals. Put everything that you want to do for those on that list as well. The things you're going to write down are all the errands you need to run, all the household tasks you need to do, all the planning that needs to be done, things for other people, etc., etc. If you need to do it, write it down on that piece of paper. Okay, step number 2, we're gonna have some fun. I want you to get some highlighters or some colored pencils or something, and you're going to sort this big brain dump into categories. They can be as big or as small as you want them to be. You could just have household, work, kids, for example, and all your errands and chores and things will go in household. All the running around you do for your kids can go in kids. However your brain works, that's how I want you to sort your list, because it's going to work for you. For me, I don't have a lot of categories, because the more I break it down, just the more confused I get. I like to keep only a few categories, and I'm going to have more tasks in each one, but for me, I get less confused. But if it's better for you, put in subcategories and break them down as much as you want. You just want to have this list organized the way you think, because for me, I don't want to have to flip through too many pages to find what I need to do today. For you, it might be easier to say, okay, I need to do these certain tasks and these certain tasks. So make sure that you're organizing your list the way you need to. Maybe you won't even need categories. Maybe you just want one big running list, and that's great too. Whatever works for you. Each category is going to have a highlighter or colored pencil color, and then you're going to highlight the tasks from that category. And then you're going to rewrite them on certain pages in your notebook for those categories. Again, if you just want everything in one running list, have at it. Forget the colors. You can just put colors to make it pretty, then put them right into your master to-do list. Okay, step number 3. You've heard me talk a lot about cross-offable steps. So next we're going to break down those tasks into cross-offable steps. Now, you may not have every step that you need to do to cross that thing off of your master to-do list, but breaking it down to the first few steps is all you need. Let's say, for example, you have on your master to-do list, redecorate the bedroom. So your first few tasks could be make a Pinterest board and just get lost in all the pretty bedrooms. Buy new pillows, buy new sheets. Figure out what your budget could be, declutter some of the things out of your room to make room for the new. I forgot what step we're on. I think we're on step number 4. Okay, step number 4 is to actually write your to-do lists. The way I do it is I usually have a weekly to-do list that I write on Sunday, and from that list I make my daily to-dos. You can skip the weekly to-do list if that's not something you want to do and just go right to the dailies. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to tell you what works for me, and then you take what works for you and leave the rest. So on a Sunday or a Monday morning, I will look at my master to-do list and I will pick the things that I'm going to do that week. And I'm not going to take redecorate bedroom and put it on my to-do list. I'm going to start Pinterest board, work on bedroom budget. Those are the cross-offable steps. So I don't put the big tasks on my to-do list. I put on cross-offable tasks because at the end of the day, I get to cross them off. If you are enjoying this video so far, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I'm here every Sunday to keep you productive, organized, and of course to keep your planners pretty as well. Okay, let's get back to to-do lists. I think the number one priority for when you're doing your to-do lists is to consider your dreams and your goals. Make sure there is room, there is time on your to-do list every week for your dreams and your goals, even if it's something small. That way you're constantly making progress and working towards those goals and dreams. So those are the first things that go on your list. Next, I want you to consider your energy. Mostly we say, okay, how much time do I have to get this done? But that's only one part of the equation. You also have to consider how much energy you have to get things done. You could have time for maybe 5 things, but by the time you get done with 3 or 4, you're just done, you're exhausted, and you don't get that 5th one done. So balance out the things that take up a lot of energy with things that take less energy. Maybe something takes up a lot of your energy, but it doesn't take up a lot of time, so you can balance that out with something that takes a lot of time but doesn't take a lot of energy. And it's not just physical energy, it's also mental energy. Some things just drain us more than others. So make sure you're conscious of that as you're writing out your list each day. And if you have a shorter to-do list, that you're more likely to cross off everything or almost everything, then you're going to be more focused. You're not going to get distracted or overwhelmed by this big long list that's just waiting to get done. You're just going to have this short, concise list every day that's actually possible to finish. And then the last thing I want you to consider is batching. If you have, for example, 4 or 5 errands to run in one week, do them all in the same afternoon so you're not running to the same place over and over throughout the week. And this is where your categories will come in handy. When you're sorting your list, put tasks in those categories together with other tasks that you can do around the same time, things that you can batch together. So you'll have an errands category and you can put all the errands that you're going to do in that one, and then maybe household tasks that you could just run around your house and do all those in one go as well. Batching helps us to focus. We're not flitting back and forth from one activity to another, so it saves us time and it also saves us mental energy. So when you're taking tasks and activities from your master to-do list, have a general idea of how much time and energy you have each day. And if you notice that you're consistently not crossing off everything on your list for the day, then you know that you're making your list too long. So going forward, you can make it 2 or 3 items shorter so that you're more apt to be able to cross everything off. Crossing everything off at the end of the day is your marker on how well you're setting your to-do list. If you're not crossing everything off almost every day, then your list is too long. Shorten it and life will be so much less stressful and your to-do list will just be less overwhelming. And it's actually so motivating to cross everything off of your list at the end of the day. It just feels good. If you have any questions, don't hesitate at all. Put them in the comments below and I'll answer them as best I can. Before I go, I want to make sure that you know about my subscription box. Today is the very last day to subscribe at the founder price. These boxes are for busy, creative women who want to take a little bit more time for themselves. All the items in the box are designed and curated to encourage and inspire you to take more time for yourself. There's a gift for you. There's a mini craft kit that doesn't take too much time so you can actually finish the project. There's a yummy treat that you're going to want to hide from the rest of your family. There's tea, and of course, what would a Hooting pirate box be without some stationery? If you want sneak peeks of the box, there is a link in the description below. There's also a link where you can sign up. If you subscribe today, this is the last chance for getting it on the founder's price, and that is $33 every second month, and the box will be delivered to your door. And as long as you stay subscribed, that is the price that you will pay. No matter what the price goes up to, you will always pay $33. If that sounds good, check out the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. You can do that here by clicking on my little face. Here are 2 more videos that I think you will like. If you made it this far, leave that checklist emoji, you know, the one with a piece of paper and a pencil. Leave that in the comments below. Have a fantastic day and happy planning. First few steps are, what would a not it? So your first few steps, knock, ring the doorbell.